As I say, a historic day for Brighton, their first ever win in their history at Old Trafford, despite having less possession in the end, less shots and less shots on target. Those statistics got much better for United in the second half, but not good enough. A terrific day all round for Pascal Gross. He certainly enjoys playing against Manchester United, and they particularly enjoyed that first half, didn't they, Brighton?
First hour, they were far and away the better team. I thought Danny Welbeck's performance, actually, I know he scored the 2 goals, but I thought Danny Welbeck as a centre-forward, all-round centre-forward's performance, other than scoring a goal, I thought it was brilliant. He stretched Maguire, and Martinez kept running in behind him into them pockets. It looked an obvious game plan and something you would probably plan for, and did, and it worked brilliantly well. But no, they were good. Brighton were well worthy of the victory. I know United came into it the last 20 minutes, half an hour, which you'd always expect after scoring a goal, bringing Cristiano on. Amazed he didn't come on at half time, to be honest with you. And look, I think we can talk about United all day and say how poor they were, but Brighton were really good on the other end as well.
And he was involved in the goals, Danny Welbeck, wasn't he?
He was. I don't think we should be surprised at Brighton. I mean, we've probably been surprised for a couple of seasons. We shouldn't be anymore. They're a very, very competent team in the Premier League. But Danny Welbeck was very good. Me and Scholes have both played alongside him. He's one of the great frustrations of football, really, because he's got absolutely everything in terms of pace, intelligence. He can run. He's good in the air. He just doesn't score enough goals. Doesn't stay fit, possibly long enough. But he was a constant thorn in Manchester United's side, and you see his run there that almost starts the move. I don't really blame Luke Shaw at all there. He's got to go to the nearest point of danger, and Fred, I feel, should be aware of what's around him in the build-up, because then that causes the backlog on the back post, Sean.
Yeah, I have to totally agree. I think he highlighted that in the first goal, and in the second goal you can see it there. He doesn't get back as far as he did in the first goal, but he still doesn't know what's around him and leaves that space wide open. And I think Caicedo in this game, this move in total was a great counter-attack, that they utilised the space well and that they picked the right passes. And here again, like you said in the first one, this time he actually gets back into position, but he goes to sleep, and Gross is awake to get the rebound.
This is the best angle, isn't it, against Scholesy, where you just see his body.
Yeah, it's Fred again falling asleep. Like you said at half time, mate, he's done the hard thing, but that's not enough. Just running back towards your goal is not enough. You have to be aware of what's around you. You have to expect that your goalkeeper is going to make. I'm not sure it's a mistake. It's a good save, but maybe he could have hit it wider. But you've got as a defender, you've got to expect that. And his body shape's all wrong. You can't see him. The lad just nips in behind him. Yeah,
and for Brighton, we mentioned their 9th place finish and how they go and better that. We also mentioned the 2 players they've lost in the summer, Cucurella and Basuma. What a feel it for them to go to Old Trafford on the opening day and win.
Yeah, and as I say, we shouldn't really be surprised. They're a very good side, and they can go and put in a performance like that at Old Trafford, having lost their 2 best players over the summer, is different class, and you'd expect them to go and be able to invest that 100-odd million that they've sold their 2 best players for. And they rarely miss in the transfer market. You know, those 2 players in particular, that's a great sign of what they can do. Buy players cheapish and go and sell them for big money. They put an awful lot of work into their transfer dealings, and they're getting the rewards, and as we've seen over the last couple of weeks. And you would think, as I say, if they go and reinvest wisely, who knows where they can finish another top half.
Very much similar to towards the end of last season, really. It's a squad of players that he's inherited that probably the massive performance. Said before the game, you think they're better in the end of last season especially, so he's got a big job in his hands to try and make these players better. He also needs, which is glaring and obvious, he needs some additions to this squad that have got better quality than the players he's got available to him now. And as we said before the game, it looks like the way they played today, 6 looks like the highest they can possibly finish, looking at the other 5 squads of them top team.
Did that surprise you in any way, the level of performance from United, given they had a new manager, given they had a new sort of dawn today?
I expected them to be a bit better than they were. They didn't stink the place out. I mean, we've seen them do that before. I thought that they were average, but I didn't think they were anything worse than that. I thought Brighton played well. Brighton put them under pressure. They've got some good players as well. but there's no real standout players, are there, in the Manchester United team at the moment? No match winners that you look at and think, wow, every single week he's going to turn up and he's going to create or score